Now we talked about how Guinevere is just this pink mass. Well,
Yeah.
Tamara is also a teal mass. But the difference is that in the show, she's also a teal mass.
Right. I mean,
I guess she's screen accurate.
She's always mostly teal.
Right. So on this particular one, I know I have lots of thoughts on this one. And in conversations with Greg, he talked about the attention to detail and how he wanted to add more detail to the dolls, like on their armor pieces. And of course, that wasn't necessarily seen in the animation. So you have like, what was it, like knitted knee braces?
It's like a quilted greave, basically.
Okay.
That she has in the toy. You can see that quilting pattern.
And you can also see it on the neck.
On the neck piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then in the show, it's just
flat.
Right. So it's almost like as a child, it's like, I don't want this the different, the pieces that have all the different details on it. I just want it to be plain.
Right. But it's like, of course, that's just a simplification for animation.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
But again, if you're going to be screen accurate. And I think the other thing is that because pink is my favorite color and because Tamara has the teal and pink, I really miss the fact that they don't have pink a lot on her except for like her makeup and her hair. But yet on the art design, there's pink in the armbands, there's pink on the neck, there's pink on the large heartstones that are on her knees.
Yeah.
So it's like it's missing from the toy.
Yeah, it does help to break up the silhouette of that just teal just all the way down.
Right. I wish that she looked a little bit more pink on the toy.
They did preserve the pink at the edge of the skirt into the toy.
Well, I guess they needed to do that also because they just needed to find
a way to have an sewn edge.
Exactly, yeah. So they just thought, well, we'll use this thread for it.
Right.
But then also it's like, again, it's a very, as you've said, gossamer, like a very thin fabric, like a tulle fabric. It's just, the show, it's not that thin. And so
they just make me laugh because they look like ballerina tutus.
Exactly, it looks like a tutu rather than like a warrior's skirt or something. Yeah. But she does have the arm braces, which I know it cannot be, one, they're fragile, but two, it can't be 100% screen accurate because how are you going to have a completely rounded piece of plastic to slip on and off? But it always upset me as a child, the fact that they were half braces.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, in the show, it's all the way around.
Well, I think it's funny because, I mean, you could do it, but it would have to be molded onto her arm and painted.
And then, of course, I would want to take them off. And then I would be upset that I couldn't take them off.
So you're doomed.
You just can't win.
You're doomed no matter what.
I think I tried to even, because, of course, I had multiples. So I think that I tried to put 2 and 2 on the same arm
to put them
together.
Fit, yeah.
It doesn't fit, though, because it's like 3/4.
Yeah, it's like a 2/3 to 3/4 away around the arm.
Exactly, yeah. So it doesn't quite
It's interesting on the Tamara doll, her little elf shoes are much more pronounced than on what it looks like. Okay, well, to me, when I look at the screen version, it looks like she's wearing like a tight with like a small stiletto heel.
Okay, I can see that.
But I think it's just supposed to be a boot of some
just
kind,
like a covered boot or something. But then we go back to the same thing where if you look at the screen art, the whatever covering it is, it goes all the way down to her toes, whereas on the toy, it snaps on at her ankles.
Right.
Now, the plastic pieces and her shoe are almost the same color, so it's supposed to look kind of like it's all one boot. But then on the show, the toe is a different color. So again, screen accuracy, it's a little bit off.
I guess they're trying to give you the play feature from having her look like her casual version.
Right, so that way you can
with
take
the
it
little
off
elf shoes.
Although there's much more elfish shoes in like Fallon and Sunpower Guinevere.
Yes.
But at least these ones. Yeah. I think that she has a lot more makeup than in the show.
Oh, 100%.
On this toy.
Well, I mean, I think that goes for all of the dolls.
But I just feel like Tamara's, maybe just because it's a teal green eyeshadow, it just stands out that much more.
Yeah. Her eyes are like very teal.
They're very, very green.
I mean, but these are 90s doll faces, right? Like, there's Gwen has basically like Barbie, 90s Barbie and blue eyes, like tanned.
Right. So I mean, overall, I guess she's pretty screen accurate, except I guess the doll just has a lot more detail than the final artwork does.
Right.
But we love her, and of course, hashtag Tamara forever.
Yes.
By the magic of the Sunstone, you're tuned into the Jewel Riders Archive.